Guys, so welcome back to my channel. I'm super pumped this week to be on here to be talking. Last week we talked about consistency, and this morning I woke up and was like, I haven't done my YouTube video yet this week. I'm doing it today. Wrote it down in my little 75 hard journal, and here I am. And I actually feel like I'm dressed so much nicer than I typically am for these videos. But that is because I am going to the farmer's market today. And for those of you who don't know me, the farmer's market is my favorite thing ever to do. I get super dolled up. I'll grab my hat. I have a little hat and I have a little basket and I go and I pick out, I'm going to wear this the rest of the video. I pick out all my produce for the week and I always go to the same one, so I talk to the locals there. It just makes me feel really good. So that's the first thing I'm actually thankful for this week, the farmer's market. The second thing I'm super thankful for, kind of goes with the vibe today, is my ukulele. I was just playing right before I started this video, which is why I was right here, but hey, it works. It has a little shark on it. Basically, I'm not extremely musically inclined or talented, but I love playing and it just gives me something to do in my free time. I play it probably at least once a day. It just makes me feel happy, so I do it. So those are two things I'm thankful for this week. My very third, the cherry on top of the ice cream cone, I think that's the saying, is actually my classes because they've really showed me where I struggle in life. And that's sitting down and getting myself to do things that no one is dragging me to do. And that is what online classes have been doing for me. They're making me realize I need to get on top of it or I'm not going to do it. And I really want to succeed in these things. So I've started creating different ways to get myself motivated. So thank you to online classes, even though they kind of suck. And I feel like I was talking too fast. The farmer's market makes me really excited. So I'll slow down. Okay. So this week, I really want to talk about um, just choices. It's pretty basic, but I'm going to start it off with doing a little check-in. So if you're watching this video right now, hopefully you saw last week where we talked about consistency and getting yourself to do those things that you don't really want to do all the time. So here's your check-in point. Have you done the thing that you wanted to do after watching that video? Have you done it? Have you done it consistently? If you haven't, I'm calling you out right now. Get out there, go do it. For those of you who didn't watch my last video, basically I was saying there's a lot of things that people really want to get done, but never end up doing it consistently. Whether it's, I'll use one example that someone talked to me about writing their book. They really are wanting to write this book, but then they seem to struggle to get into it, to get going with it. Another one is writing a song. Someone reached out and said, I love playing the piano, but I haven't played it consistently. So, time to play it consistently. There's your check in point. I'm calling you out. So let's talk about choices. Now that checkout's done, check-in's done. um, yeah, choices kind of suck. They're really intimidating sometimes. I know a lot of people in my life can be very indecisive about things, and we've all talked about it. It just is a bummer when you're all sitting in the car and you all want to go out to eat, and then 45 minutes later, no one's picked a spot. It's a simple choice. There's several restaurants. Where do you want to go eat? But for some reason, people just can't do that. So I'm kind of going to talk about some things that have helped me become more decisive myself. Um, I was reading a book a little while ago, and I will find it hopefully and tag it down below. Maybe not, but if not, next week. Um, and basically, this book just talked about okay, you have to be more confident with yourself. I'm saying this word wrong. Being decisive is a sign of confidence. Being indecisive actually shows insecurity because then you're not confident with your decision. You feel like you're going to make the wrong decision or you feel like you're gonna regret your decision. When if you really think about it, a lot of the time, when you end up making a decision to do something, whether it's as small as going out to eat, whether it's as big as buying a new car, buying a new house, these kinds of decisions, when you make them, you always have a little bit of, oh, maybe I should have gone here, but then, or maybe I should have bought this. But then you end up loving where you went. That a lot of the time, your decision is the right decision, but it takes you a while to decide that, and you might go back on it in your head before you make it. But when you actually make that decision, it typically goes well. I mean, at least for a lot of us. So basically, I want to challenge you guys to next time you're making a decision, get in that headspace. Say, there's a couple choices up in the air right now, but I know whichever one I'm going to choose, I will be happy with. There's always, that saying, the grass is greener on the other side. I'm using my hands a lot. I'm going to sit on them. But you always end up loving your decision, and you can find the good in every decision that you pick. So I decided to put myself out there in situations where I had to make more decisions because I realized I sucked at making decisions. And I challenged myself to find that confidence to make that decision and stand by it. And so I would put myself in situations where I would be with a friend and say, all right, where do you want to go? And they'd say, I don't know. Where do you want to go? And instead of saying, I don't know, I would say, actually, I want to go. And I would just pick a spot, even if I didn't really want to go there. I would stand by that decision and see how that played out. And sometimes they would say things like, oh, I don't want to go there, actually. And I'd be, okay, well, how about here? Or how about here? Give them a couple options. And sometimes they would say, yeah, okay, that sounds cool. And we would go to that spot. And even if I was craving Mexican food and I suggested Italian food, we went there. And I always loved it. And seeing that my decision was something that I actually enjoyed made me more confident. It would be the same as going to the park. I always feed the turtles and saying, which park do I want to go to today? Sitting there for a while is what I would typically do. But instead, I was like, nope, I'm going to go to this park and I'm going to go now. And just faking it till I made it. And when I started seeing that my decisions really, really actually made me feel good and they always played out good and okay, I became confident and I became decisive. So it starts with this indecisiveness. You don't know what decision you want to, like what choice you want to make. But then I'm not sitting here saying, just be decisive. Come on, like just make a decision. It's hard, but it's that fake it till you make it method. Just using my hands. Um, that will end up allowing you to become decisive and confident, really truly confident in your decisions. So maybe your first couple decisions. What book do I want to read? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I have to make this decision that'll also impact someone else. What place do we want to go shop? I don't know. Instead of just sitting there and saying, I don't know, think of all those options in your head and just pick one. It doesn't matter if that's truly where you want to go or not. Pick it and go. And then see how it plays out. And keep doing that in different places. Or if someone throws it out there, all right, who wants to think of a place to what to do next? That wasn't English, but you know what I'm saying. Who wants to do that? You stand up and you say, I do. I'm going to pick what we're doing next and we're going to roll with it. And you're going to learn through that process of the fake it till you make it, the going to places that you might not necessarily be craving or wanting to go to, but that was the decision you made. Doing that will allow you to be confident in your own decision making process, making your choices. You know, it's so hard because it's so easy to be indecisive and just to kind of put it off on someone else. Say, I don't know. I don't want to make them sad. I don't want to disappoint them. But when you become so confident in yourself and your decisions, you notice your daily decisions just for you become easier. What do I want to wear today? Okay, I could go through 5 outfits, or I could just roll with the first decision. Easy, saves time. That time can be used for different things. Okay, it typically takes me 30 minutes to pick out an outfit. Well, today I'm going to grab this outfit, and now I have 25 minutes that I can use for online classes. I can use to feed the turtles. I feel like nobody feeds the turtles but me, so I'm ignore that. Reading a book, watching my favorite TV show. So many different things that you could use in that time that you typically spend throughout your day trying to make a decision or making a choice. So I know this video is kind of long. I went on a little rant, but that's my challenge for you guys. I challenge you. I challenge you two things, two parts to this challenge. First, sit down with yourself, check in with yourself. I always preach that, being self-conscious, and say, oh wow, I actually spend so much time trying to make a decision. Look at all this time I'm wasting on my indecisiveness. So, noticing that, taking that, and then putting yourself in situations to make decisions faster. Putting yourself in a situation where instead of saying, I don't know, it's up to you, you say, no, this is the moment where I'm going to find that inner confidence and I'm going to make the decision and I'm going to roll with it. Even if I say something and I'm like, why the heck did I just say that? Okay, no, we're going to do it. We're going to do it and we're going to see how that plays out. When you do those two things, I guarantee you're going to find your confidence and you're going to feel so good in your daily decision making. Yeah, your daily choices. So that is my video for you guys today. I really hope that this at least reaches a few of you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything at all, please let me know. I love getting feedback. I always get so many comments, not underneath the videos, which I think would be really fun because other people can see what you're saying. But people reach out to me all the time, and I really, really love that stuff. So please keep reaching out. Any questions, any comments, any concerns, start making decisions, and keep living your best life, guys. All right, I will see you next week because consistency is key. Tying it back to my other video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to the farmer's market. Bye, guys.